And trust me, I understand there's a lot of stupid, mean, horrific, not divine things that have happened and we've experienced. And the ones who've done it seem to have no remorse or desire to fix it and become better. And we want to get back at them for this. But that is not something bad. That is divinity saying, I want to fix them. Okay? Divinity is saying, we want them to come back to divinity. We want this to be in harmony with divinity. That's not something bad. It's compassion in a bizarre way. It's compassion for what is divine, for everything that's divine, to want this to come to, for them to learn the lessons they need to learn, to see what they need to see, to come back in line with divinity. Divinity is going to occur. It's not going to be left for just the natural process in the way it had been. It's being pushed through. And if it's seen that somebody, that one's, let's say, a level, or I'm going to say a level, because God starts seeing that a lot of them are figuring out a way to stay at a certain point and not move, that's when he comes through with a bigger blast. So it has to push them more one way or the other. Because the state got to be fully in line with divinity or not. And then the God Haboob is going to bring all the weakened places, because even when we're at 100% divinity, we still aren't fully connected. There's things that the separation did that went too far. The separation was too far. And we got too lost, which made us susceptible for these situations. This extreme level of separation is not beneficial. I'm thinking I'm trying to get the word. It was taken advantage of. A certain part is, what if we didn't have, let's see if we can try this, and it was like, okay, we can do this. And they found that the more separations one had, the more they were manipulated. So there were those who took advantage of the situation and encouraged more and more separation, realizing how susceptible it would make souls, and how they could also, God would be more not as connected with what was going on with him. He still knew it to an extent, but it's like, okay, well, it's like, I want to do this, don't bother me, let me do it my own way, I'm going to do it, it's going to be fine, but I need to I want to try this extreme thing. And it's like, okay. And it was done in a way to keep God at bay. The separation went too far away. It was too separated from God. It was too separated from divinity. And they got too used to not living in divinity. And so that is what's being cleaned up and cleared up. And the God Haboob will come through, and it'll be we have to maintain it 100% divinity before we can handle the God Haboob coming through, and just clearing out and cleaning up and realigning and pulling everything into where it needs to be. But what you're feeling is something that God is feeling too, in a sense. It's like he's tried everything he can to reach them, to get them to do this, and they're like, what can I do to get to them? You can't. That's where they are now. So knowing that it is being taken care of, they are going to have to experience everything they have done and the pain that they caused. They're not going to experience it from their standpoint of the sense of how it made them feel. They're going to feel all the pain and the suffering, the anger, the pokes that they've caused.